I'm good. Like this is like a whole comic book saga coming to an end. With this, I'm good. Like this is like a whole comic book saga coming to an end. I mean, I had a few.
About ready? You about ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, all year, coming with another wonderful episode of, that's right, you best believe it, specials. All right, especial for you. Today, we're getting into GameStop, investor trading, retail investors. And when I say we, I'm not by myself. On the horn, you know what I'm saying? On the jack, they got your phone tapped. You know what I'm saying? On the line, I got Keith from Blerd-ish. Say what's up.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Man, look. All right, so by now, I'm sure you guys have heard about GameStop and all that. And we've had some interesting revelations from the retail investor side, from the hedge fund side, from the tech side, from the platform side. And, you know, we're gonna kick it around, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems like the dust is settling. So now we can go and kick it around, kick some topics, you know, drop some truth for the young black youth, and then we can lay it to rest.
Because that's what it's about. And shout out to the listeners on Blerd-ish. This will probably be on the podcast, so shout out to you all.
Yeah. So
this is definitely about for the young black youth.
Because when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is interesting. They're kind of like gamified stocks. That's cool. So I guess we'll start from here. How did you hear about the whole GameStop thing?
You know, it's so much has happened in January. It just like so when you
January
really
was no joke.
January, I don't know, man. Like it was kind of funny games, but it's like a lot of humor, some sad, you know, some unfortunate, some people died, got messed up. But basically, January showed you again what the true America is about from all aspects, you know.
Yeah. From the financial side to the political side, the racism side, all that. And we got some cool cross sections in this, you know, which is why I think it's an interesting story to look at.
It's a unique thing, man. It's something that it's one of the biggest short squeeze, as they call it.
Probably. Yeah, probably. And we won't go too much into what exactly happened because by now we're maybe I shouldn't assume that you know. Okay, all right. I'll try to give you a quick rundown. Okay, so GameStop is a company, and like any other company, well, not any other company, most companies, it's on the stock exchange, and you can buy stocks or shares of it, and you can have it. So when people think that a stock is going to go down, they can essentially kind of like bet against the stock and buy some stock, shorting it to be like, okay, well, I'm like take a piece of this, but I'm guessing or I'm banking on the fact that it's going to go down. All right. But if it go up, you in trouble because you're going to have to pay what you owe plus how much it went up. So
it's, I guess, and to throw a little bit in it, now that, because like, I invest a little bit, but I don't have money to be doing, squeezing nobody, short squeezing or short anything. I don't have
Yeah.
enough money to day trading, to be honest with you. I'll get
Yeah.
more into my philosophy on that later. But it's basically not only are you're betting against it, they're borrowing the stock
Mm.
from investors or institutions, like from one institution to a whole pool of them, I guess. And then you have to eventually sell it back. So if you guess on the price and it goes down right, then you get to pocket the difference. But
Yep.
so you're borrowing the asset and then the price fluctuates. So that's kind of it's a weird, dirty game that you're playing. So, but
Yeah.
we don't get those instant loans like that. We got
Mm-mm.
margin, not to go deep into all the stuff, but if you ain't got it like that, you shouldn't be borrowing to you know, that ain't the most prudent
Yeah.
thing to do with your money.
The most
Unless you
prudent
got
thing.
tons of money, it don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, when it happened, Wall Street Bets, which is a subreddit of Reddit, which is a website that you should go on at your own risk, because Reddit, even from its founders, is admittedly a racist place. So,
Yep.
oh, what's up, Thomas D? Nice to see you in the chat. So, go in at your own risk. So anyway, here we go. We up in here. Wall Street Bet says, hey, look, we tired of these dudes being able to do whatever they want to on Wall Street. And what we gonna do is actually buy GameStop stock and actually make the price stay the same, if not go up, and kind of screw the people that's betting against it. Because there's still this holdover of sentiment about Wall Street way from the Occupy movement. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
there's still, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still the sentiment like, yo, all these Wall Street dudes have played fast and loose with corporations all over the country's money. Ain't nobody ever went to jail. Ain't nobody ever probably even got house arrest. People just walking around. So cool. They're like, all right, look. If, me personally, I ain't got nothing. I can't do nothing alone. But if we all get together and you put your pennies in, and you put your pennies in, and you got a nickel here, and you got a dime there, yo, guess what? We can, fight back at least a little bit, see if we can make a difference. So actually what ends up happening in it sort of works for a
Now,
certain period of time.
yes, and it's really a short, as you can see, a short period of time, very
Yeah,
short,
yeah,
like a week or two.
yeah,
And to be honest, see, that is the media story. And that's about it became the truth. It's not a lie. What you
yeah.
just
It's not a
described,
lie because
it's not a lie.
we're here to add some more flavor to it.
But
But
as they used to say when I was in the financial business as a regulator, and I used to try to become a bank regulator, you got to get behind the numbers
yeah,
and who's behind movements. And I swear to y'all, I am not a conspiracy theorist. I don't like to do unfounded things. But
I am. No, just playing.
this one, the question is, and I don't want to jump the gun, but I guess, was it the retail investor started this? Just a bunch of, they try to sell it. It's just a bunch of gamers. It's a bunch of everyday Joes fighting for the little
Mm-hmm.
man who
Yep.
we're going to stick it to the man and blah, 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 blah. It did become that.
Yes.
However, who started the movement and who is
Yes.
really Wall Street Bets? Now, technically,
Yeah.
you may not know who is the key person of Wall Street Bets, but it was basically started by some of the same people who got affected.
Yep. Because there's people that will bet on both sides.
Most
So
definitely.
so then you get
Michael
this
Burry.
story of people, they're in there, they're sticking it to the man. And I can't remember the name of the company. Forgive me. One company actually gets caught up in this short squeeze. They get kind of screwed, and they got to liquidate like everything. So
And you know a
now
company.
it's a story.
Yep.
Because the company goes under. And they're like, oh, snap. Yo, a whole company went under? Yo, can it be?
And that's the thing. It all becomes truth because of what actually, like, they made this scenario happen. And I think it was Melvin Capital. They're the ones that pretty much had to liquidate. And Melvin Capital is pretty much, I think, the biggest investor, or they own Robinhood. So, you know, Robinhood was like, no matter what they say of what the reasoning is, whether if you believe Robinhood did it on purpose or Robinhood was just an help, let me tell you, the reasoning ain't good no matter what.
Yeah.
They screwed up bad, royally.
Super
or
bad.
Either they inept or they're crooked and inept. Either way.
Yeah.
Like, there's no good.
And shout out to Tyler Bennett. You know, nice to see him up in here. You know, Tyler going to come in here with his AMC stock. He's going to be trying to sell that to us again. So,
which, you know what? I'm gonna give Tyler. I know he crazy, but I would give him a shout out because he was saying that a while. I don't know what if he had any evidence or he was just trolling as he usually do. It did go up. He be trolling. It went up.
It did go up. It did.
But it blew up too. So it's blowing up and it's going to die again. Because you know who gonna die before? Look, the real bad, who gonna die first? The movie theaters or GameStop? Say the movie theaters. they hurt.
And Thomas D said, I smell Enron. So, all right, so peep this. We got a situation now where it's like, a company actually has to liquidate. Company is essentially sort of to a certain degree going under, as you could say. Sort of.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Those companies, money just moves around and shifts. They shuffle the deck. They don't really die, but that's a whole nother thing. So anyway, technically,
but the trades were showing it was dying.
Yeah, for our purposes right now, the short squeeze hurt them so bad that they liquidated and they essentially died over this. And people were like, "Oh snap! The regular everyday person, oh my God, look at what happened. They organized and did this." So on the other side, now you get Robinhood and a bunch of other platforms saying, "Hold up, we gotta stop this. The bleeding is going. It's too crazy."
And that leads to this is what they say is the real reason, which it's still I'm trying to keep it clean on your show, but it's a cluster. Like, if you are in the process of having to be the intermediary to close these transactions out, and you ain't got the money to cover it, and it never occurred to you that, maybe somebody might do this crazy stuff, you're supposed to be a little bit more prepared for that, or you need to have more assets available. And it's just going to, like, sometimes the truth is crazier than fiction. That just means you didn't cover your bases. When we don't cover our bases at people and we go out, we just go out. We just done. So either way, that's the problem. Like, that might be the truth. Now, what people are thinking, they like, hold up, our company that's invested in us is losing money. Hit the big red button and stop this right now and slow this down and manipulate the price.
So what they do is they stop all trade. And it's not just Robinhood. Robinhood's the biggest one because Robinhood is like, their name is Robinhood, man.
Their parent company, the one got hurt, or they big investor.
Yes. So the parent company got hurt and they named themselves Robinhood. Like, their whole mission statement is like, "Yo, we here for the people. We holding it down for the people. We making stocks for y'all so y'all can live." You know what I'm saying? Everybody eats, B. Then you find out that, guess what? Everybody ain't eating, B, because we're going to make sure that only the rich people eat, B. So then people get mad. And the funny thing, this is when the hypocrisy begins.
Oh, yes. The free market hypocrisy.
Here's when the hypocrisy begins. We see Congress start opening up their mouth. Yes, the same TARP bailout Congress, the same too big to fail Congress. They opening their mouth, talking about how could they do this? They're stopping trades. They're only letting the big guys do this. What's going on? It's like, stop acting like y'all give two pieces of a crap. I'm
Like
trying to
that's
keep it
what they
family show.
like. The SEC, like what's so crazy is they do all these short sales all the time, but you never hear the SEC really caring about it, or you don't even
Never,
hear about it. And you know, I, but when as soon
bruh.
as this crazy Reddit people come along, or the little guy starts figuring out and get a little bit of bread,
Just a
maybe
little
we need
piece
to
of
look at
bread.
like we need to see who runs you know, now they're in this Reddit group. Not in
Yeah.
Reddit groups when it's racism and talks of wanting to hurt us,
Yep.
but when it hurts the money, oh, we gotta do something. They and what's crazy is when it all came, really hit the mainstream media, Wall Street Bets had to go private for a minute because
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff was working out behind the scenes. People was in there interloping, you know,
Yep.
all types of ways. You got interlopers
And people
all
was
in
getting
there.
booted out from Wall Street Bets. It was so it's funny because so now you got now before I say Congress, there's a couple of people on Congress that are newer in Congress that weren't there with TARP bailout and the housing crash. But anyone who was there, i.e. Elizabeth Warren, I ain't trying to hear it. Shut it on up. Ain't trying to hear it. Now, I saw AOC say something. I'm like, well, you know what? She won't dare. So I guess I'll save her. But other people like Elizabeth Warren, I was like, if you don't stop with your rich self and all the things you could have did to these rich people that have played with the pensions of the working man for years on Wall Street,
Exactly.
no consequences. So I'm
It,
like, now all of a sudden, here we go. Now all of
yep.
a sudden, now we got to talk about market manipulation. I'm
And they
like, oh,
and they kept
interesting.
only. And you know what's funny? I like CNBC. Like ever since I got back into retail investing outside of my job, you know, I like listening to Kramer talk crazy stuff. Kramer was
Oh boy.
kind of keeping it real smidge, but he was like, but the other guests on CNBC, oh my god, and Bloomberg channels, oh that I'm gonna try to keep it family friendly. That ish was high comedy at the slant that they did against the common man.
Yo, them
And
people was crying on that joint. And then
uh,
when homie was like, they
you need to
they gonna get theirs.
look. We probably need to put I don't know if you want to put the clip. I don't know if you can put the clip up, but
Oh, I
while
ain't
we
pull
talk,
it, so I can't. But yeah.
but the dude, I was pissed at CNBC for when they let this run. I don't know if this ran live or it just got caught and they had to edit it. Oh boy, this old Elmer Fudd looking bastard dude, whoops, was out there literally said they with their government checks, they at
He
home,
said,
they spending and they investing and they're throwing it into the stock market and it's an attack on rich people. I was like, this is just January, y'all. This is just January.
yo, look. And shout out to Deep House Nation in the house. What up, what up? Says Citadel received $200 million for '08 bailouts. So, but peep
Again,
this. Dude said they're getting their
get
government
that
checks.
government checks.
Who
And
cares? It's
and
my
then
check. I don't care if it's a dime, it's still mine. Then you would say, same person would say, if you get money, you should invest it. You should invest. So they did.
exactly.
So
It
they
was
did.
so
Now you
the
mad. You
hypocrisy
mad. You mad.
was on level 10. Like, and they invested
Dude
in
was
the
about to cry.
whole market. I'm like, and they attack on rich people. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, man. And
Yo.
see, that led me to want to read more and kind of find out who is Wall Street Bets. And
All right.
he's so wrong on so many sides because it's the rich attacking the rich.
Yeah, because Then we start to realize, oh, Wall Street bets isn't just a whole bunch of like blue collar people, you know what
We
I'm
just
saying, that got maybe like 2,000 here, maybe 500 there.
oh
No,
no.
it's
We
working
talk about
class people mixed in with
some of us got in
folks.
there,
Yeah, some of
but
us are in there, but it's also peppered heavily
in fact,
with
I
people
want
that
to
are already working with hedge fund margins and hedge fund money.
I'm going to drop this shout out to Ian Dunlap. He does Market Mondays with Earn Your
Are we?
Leisure, our actual.
Hold on. Market Mondays did not pay no money to NERDSoul. We ain't just gonna be. All right, they
Forgive me.
black, so we'll let it slide. Go on and give them to.
I like to I want to throw in some knowledge about saying, well,
Go
excuse
on,
me. Go
go on, get it to them. They black. We'll let it slide.
like,
They, their
oops.
brothers trying to do their thing.
So they educate you, and he kind of broke this down, and he like before y'all heard about this, how many of y'all were on this Reddit sub chat that are black? He said it's not too many of us. He's like, this is who Wall Street Bets is. And basically, it was the whole movement might have been started by Michael Burry, who's famous for One Big Short already, and this other billionaire investor who got on CNBC, this Indian dude named Shameth, if I could say his name right.
Shemesh?
And he was like,
yeah,
talking about sticking it to, he put it like this. He's a good actor. If he's faking it, he had me sold. Because he was like,
Suge Soul.
Because he's a billionaire. And he was like, oh, they're tired of this, what happened in 08 and whatever. What he said was right. But it's like, but he's a person, these two can move the market so much. And they just got him. You got your boy Elon in there tweeting up, hold the line and all that. So you got all this fever pitch.
Then you got Ja Rule silly self getting on TV. This is why Fox Money or CNN Money or CNB. This is why they all funny style. Not saying that you can't get good information from them, but it'd be funny style because they got people like Ja Rule coming on.
Ja Rule pops. Where the hell Ja Rule been? And he talk about hold the line, don't sell.
Just last keep the time going. We saw you were involved with a festival scam, and you got the nerve that. Brother, if you don't take your cheese sandwich serving,
here's my question:
song making self down, and get out the way.
When Ja Rule popped up, what day of this movement was it? You know what movement? It was like after. It was like when the stock had already started dying. That's when Ja Rule popped up. So I was like, all right, they trying to do what they usually do to get those when they get votes. They want you to hold the line.
What Vicky Dillard and Professor Black Truth say? You trying to get them butter biscuits? Anyway,
like this. So he wasn't as good as an actor as Shameth.
So now we have hypocrisy from the Congress side, and we get protection from the platform side. But not only from the platform side for hedge funds, we also get protection from the tech side. So Robinhood closed down trades. People like, yo, I'm mad. I should be able to trade. You said this is fair and free. You talk about you for the people. Why you ain't let me trade? So people go on Google and put down their reviews. Like, I hate Robinhood. They whack 1 star, right? And a whole bunch of people start doing that. So Google deletes all of those and restores the 5-star rating of Robinhood.
Now, see, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
So now you get protection. Look at the protection, because I'm about to circle around. Y'all know how I do. It ain't Friday, but we're going to talk about the black people in America. So the rich people get the protection from the platform side, the congressional side, and now the tech side. All right? All this protection and welfare they're getting on top of the subsidies and the TARP bailout and all this mess that they always get. But then they'll tell you that you're not rich because you don't want to be rich. They'll tell you that you ain't rich because you just ain't working hard enough. Well, maybe it's because I don't have Google on my back hold me down. Maybe I ain't got somebody who got a whole platform that's going to work it out for me. Maybe I
They
ain't
love
got Congress that's going to stand up and be like, we got to protect this dude.
the power of
Actually,
the
Congress has
free
never
market.
protected black people ever in America, forever and ever. Amen. But continue. Sorry, go ahead.
And I just love when they like to talk. Like this shows how much that conversation about free market is BS versus
Yeah.
what they owe us and what they should at least do. Talking about you don't need to get these free government checks. Invest in the free market. Well, how the hell we gonna do? Like, ain't nothing free. Y'all
Yeah.
manipulate the hell out of it. Like,
Manipulating it all the time. People have caused businesses to gain and fail or gain
and,
and lose since, man, come on, man.
and just think
We've
about
watched
it.
The Big Short. We've watched Wolf of Wall Street. We've seen all of these documentaries,
And let's
articles
just
upon articles. People have played with the housing market and the stock market
and
for
if you
years,
and
and
this is
it
a
has
simple
been
question.
okay. We ain't never seen nobody walked out of any of them buildings in Wall Street in handcuffs, thrown into a police car. We ain't never seen no hedge fund manager pulled over and beat up on the side of the New Jersey Turnpike. We ain't never seen none of that mess.
And you know what's
But
crazy?
now all of a sudden, we got to stop the trades. We got to look at the market manipulation. Who is Wall Street Bets? Man, get out of
Exactly.
here.
And you know what piss me off on both sides? People would ask, well, is short selling unethical in itself? Well, it's a simple question. If I can knock down, say, NERDSoul and NERDSoul, I got NERDSoul money, or I owe so much, you owe me this, and I got an interest in you. If I slight you, or I could get ads or PR people to knock you down, and as you go down, I literally am sucking the lifeblood out of your business and make me more money. What would stop me from doing that? Morals, ethics. I make
Come
my
on now,
money by
morals.
hurting you.
And don't
Like,
get me wrong, I'm down with morals. I just
yeah.
know that America does not, America likes to call morals when it's not the sin that they do.
But if
Like,
these people have so much money to hurt you to win this bet, and they can already got the system in play, they're going to hurt the business that they're betting against. They can
yup,
move the market overnight. It's it's
overnight.
it's garbage. And people and the Wall Street bet guys, all the people who tell you hold the line, they will break. I was watching some live feeds on it, and one who I'm not gonna say his name, he's an Asian YouTuber. I like his channel. He aight. But
You're like,
he was
yeah.
he aight. He like to talk about you gotta have diamond hands, don't have paper hands and let it drop. And then they just like
Hold
actually
up. Yeah. This man said you have to have diamond hands.
and don't have paper hands. And they love to say that. And it's like he got money because he got tons of real estate. And he worked for his family as a kid
Yeah.
who owned a restaurant. Like, and he was like, well, I wasn't a high wage earner, but he said I was making about 15, 20 as a youth or something, or as a teenager.
Yeah, but you also didn't have to compete in the job market like everyone else did because your
Exactly.
family owned the company. So
And then
get
you
the
became a
out of
slumlord.
here with all
Then
the
you became
bulls. Stop it. Stop it.
so
Gotta have diamond hands. I'd have diamond hands too if my family owned a whole real estate business before I even got started. Stop
we gotta
this
go.
mess,
We
man.
gotta go to college, get a trade, go into debt to get that $20 an hour.
Folks be killing me. Folks be having baked in opportunity and then be like, gotta have diamond hands. Well, I guess you do have diamond hands since your mom and daddy did the work.
You were born with a.
Could you slide by so I could give your parents credit for what they did? Because you ain't did nothing. You know what I mean? You like Luke walking around with the Force when you really got it through your daddy, Darth Vader. Yeah, I said it. You know what I'm saying? So you Luke walking around like you bad when Anakin did all the work.
And let's go. And just to
Yeah.
touch on it, when the country let you in and then gave you a break to get those things, and don't give other people the
Let's
breaks.
not talk about those
Like
grants
we,
and
but you
goodies
know,
and guarantees and stuff.
you know,
Man.
but that stuff. Of course, you can get a restaurant and do that. But they got to a point that was like, is it a short selling unethical? The only good point people could say, because for Enron, short sellers are the people who discovered Enron. So This one big time that it happened, that short sellers were the whistleblowers. So, okay, they got 1 point because Enron was messed up. True story, I almost went on an interview with Enron while I was in college. And it was before the whole thing happened. I could have been
you was like,
Enron
word, Enron money.
seeing white people jump out the building killing themselves because they broke.
Yo.
They came to Southern University.
Tyler Bennett said he used to want to be the CEO of Enron, no cap. Yo, because Enron was doing it back in the days.
Enron was not. They were so nice and friendly. They was
playing that funny money, boy.
They was trying to get the accounting students. I was a young accountant student. I'm like, yeah, Enron got a, it's cool. All right. Oh, and then they in Houston. It's right next door.
Now, I did want to address something. Tyler Bennett came in and said, hate the game, not the player. I'm not hating the player for the sake of hating the player. I'm hating the player that acts like the game is fair for everyone. I don't mind you being rich. Dude, be rich. Make your money. Have your diamond hands. But don't act like you got diamond hands because you started where I started or because you didn't have any kind of opportunities.
As we say,
that's my issue. I don't mind you being rich. Shoot,
you didn't get it out the mud.
Yachts. You know what I'm saying? Have your Coke parties. Do your thing. But don't come down my street like, yo, man, I did it for myself. And then I do some research and be like, no, man, your daddy was rich. He did this.
And your daddy loaned about 10 grand to $1 million to get your business started.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Your dad gave you a loan of $1 million in like the 60s, which amounts to like $5 to $6 million now. Like, come on, man. Like, that's my thing. So I don't mind people being rich. Yo, get your money. My thing is getting rich for very special circumstances and then acting like everyone else has those special circumstances and they're not rich because they're just lazy. And that's the issue.
And more to his point, you're right. You can't, you can hate the player, you can hate the game because it is a messed up game. But should you play the game is a question. The question is, sadly, in capitalism, you play the game no matter what. If you think you're not playing the game, you're playing the game because the game is going to be playing you. So you might as well learn something and learn a method that works for you, especially. And when I say you, look, black people. That's what we talking about.
We talking about us.
Yeah, because not to worry about the trolling from Tyler, but yeah, you should try to invest. You should try to grow your money. You should try to do it as ethically as possible, I guess. But like more to the GameStop, the AMC, and all that. Like there are going to be some success stories out of this. They really are. In fact, a kid out of and I'm gonna preface this. There's a reason why he's a success story. His mom bought him some GameStop stock 2 years ago, and she held it. And I don't know what made her buy it then, because it was trash then, I think. But they
bought it. This boy going to GameStop all the time.
So, she held, and it became a temporarily good stock. And then what did they do? She took profits like a smart, sane person, because it's like, okay, this stock went from $4 to $300. Bam, cash it in.
And then hopefully get some real stock like Apple. Don't buy GameStop no more. You can buy it, but at your own risk.
Yeah, buy it at your own risk. So when those opportunities arise, take your profits. I don't know why she bought it, but she had it. And those are the real working class people who, benefit from it because they took a chance and they held. Not because they did weird market manipulation. They didn't brainwash a whole bunch of underlings who listen to Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, and these other millionaires who are pretending to be normal guys in Wall Street bets. Some made it, some got it through options. But there are going to be people, if you look at Wall Street bets, I don't think a lot of it's real, but it's like, I got 100,000 in it. I'm gonna hold the line. I pray to God that's a joke. I pray to
Man,
God and it better not be no
look,
black people with no 100,000.
look,
So I'm
look,
gonna hold
black
the line.
people.
This is our rule.
So you were talking about this, and I want you to. I'm gonna come back to this because I want you to explain your position about like black people in Wall Street bets. But also, we're about to see a shift because remember, now you got a couple of lawsuits against Robinhood, and you got a lot of people taking their money out of Robinhood and putting it somewhere else. So now we could possibly be seeing another shift as far as like technology and investing is concerned. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's people shifting to Fidelity or shifting to Public or shifting to whoever they're going to shift to. You know what I'm saying? You know, whether they're going to M1 or something, you know, or E-Trade, wherever they're going, you know what I'm saying? You're about to see another shift. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's on a small level, like you said, all you need is these small margins for another company to kind of like crush another one.
Hey,
But you were talking about black people in Wall Street bets.
like we not there, man. Like it's really. You know how to describe it?
Mm.
Did you read the description of Wall Street bets for themselves? It's like 4chan if it had a Bloomberg terminal. That right there is all you need to know. It's not for you. Yes, go there and get the information, but don't be in there like, you know, Terry Crews or something that you know that's your partners. Them people are playing you. They're trying to play you, but you know, you play the game and you try to play against them. But if you're like, and for example, I can't say his name, but my coworker, he's not a black dude. He's a smart guy, but he don't listen. And I told him, I said, hey man, if you're gonna do this, buy fractionals. You can buy fractionals. Try it out. Lose $50. Now he had 300 to lose. Oh, he lost 200 right quick. He bought it at 300 or something. He bought one stock at 300. So he bought one, but most of us ain't got 300, 500 to be throwing away like that unless it's a special occasion. You know?
Nah, we ain't got money. And that's why they like, hold up, we can't give no more stimulus. Because they starting to read these books. People starting to share information. You know what I'm saying? They're going to mess something else up.
They don't want you to flip that stimulus and get.
They don't want you to flip the stimulus. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to get that. They don't want you to get that scale. You know what I'm saying? Pyrex. You know what I'm saying? Cook up. You know.
You know, all
this how you turn your 2,000 to 10. You know what I'm saying? But all you gotta do is listen to Raekwon and the clips. And then you got it. You got everything you need right there. Like,
but I will say this:
listen to some Pusha T, and you're good.
But I do think there are some activist type of people who are legit, who are saying, "Hey, man, in 2008, y'all people bankrupt my father's business. Y'all didn't give a damn about us, and we see that we can't go in there and physically protest. So we need to hit your pockets." So it was just so many people came together, good, bad, or have all these intentions, and it worked. And I don't think you're going to see this again no time soon.
Nah, it's going to be a minute because homie on, what was it, CNBC? He was like, the people are going to pay for this or whatever he said. Like, wow. I do think there's going to be, there's going to be something done. There's going to be some kind of example made. I don't know how, but they're going to do something to be like, don't you do that again. But my issue is my people. Go ahead.
I was reading that, and I don't know how true this is, but they were saying that, remember the old movie Trading Places? Go watch that movie. It's a classic. And that's kind of basically what happened in a weird way, you know, at the end of Trading Places. I think the SEC made an Eddie Murphy rule based off of the movie because nobody did it. They didn't want it to happen in real life. So the SEC shows they're going to be all about stopping the retail investor as fast as possible. If they, like, it's not insider trading, but if it becomes something where they can stick it, like maybe not to the same extent, but they're going to work on it.
let's say Master P and Baron Davis end up buying Reebok. Like they get it, right? Is it Baron Davis? Yeah, it's Baron Davis, right? So anyway,
Yeah.
let's say both of them, they buy Reebok. The sale is complete. They got it. It's all theirs. And all black people like, yo, word, let's buy Reebok stock and drive it up over everybody else's stock. SEC gonna be like, oh, you can't buy it. Gotta slow down the buys.
Or if
They're
anything, you
gonna
know
do
what
some
they gonna
stupid
do?
stuff where like if you try to buy the stock, you gotta wait 10 days before your sale goes through. Something stupid. They'll figure out some way to like slow
You
it
gotta check
down
the
to stop
liquidity.
it.
You gotta check the liquidity on their end.
Yeah, they'll be like, well, we're not sure if there's enough stocks. We got to check it. And we got like kind of like the dumb thing about like in California when you got to get a gun, you got to get a background check to get a gun, which is 10 days, and then another background check to get ammo, which is not. Trust me. If you want to own a gun, just don't live in California. Just please trust me.
Or if anything, if you're
or vote to change the stupid stuff. But anyway.
or if you somebody like Master P and Baron Davis, if you buy a company and you start promoting it and you're promoting it to us, the SEC might knock on your door to make sure there's not any stock price manipulation for insider trading. That could start becoming a thing a little bit more and more.
Because what they'll do is they'll cry foul by saying they'll do something like you'll see an article like Percy Miller used his race to bolster the stock.
His culture capital.
Should this be ethical or something? Some stupid mess. They'll always switch the game up. You know what I'm saying? Like Most Def said it well when he was like, you start keeping pace, they start changing up the tempo. So it's like, all right, cool, word. We know how to do stocks now. They'll be like, oh, well, I don't know if this is manipulation or not. We're going to have to go through the books on you guys. Like, they'll figure out something stupid to be like, all right, well, we don't know if you can do this. You know what I'm saying?
That's why a lot of people, the one thing that two markets they can't really regulate in America per se yet is crypto and Forex. Why a lot of people are getting the Forex now, don't get me wrong. My wife is actually starting Forex. I told her, baby, you do that. I ain't got the patience to be chart watching every damn day all through the day. Handle up on that. I'm going to do the slow and steady approach, the other method. So we doing two different methods. And of course, investing through our job and all that, it goes down to slow and steady, invest on regular intervals, dollar cost averaging. I know I'm getting boring if I'm boring y'all, but these
so Thomas D said Forex is dope. Tyler Bennett, of course, coming through being crazy. Talk about China-owned crypto and Forex is for scammers. Then Lala Papa said, I can guarantee anything that Wall Street uses implemented to rig the stock market, people will change over to China and other nations' stock. So,
hey, I'm buying NEO. I'm buying the one stock I buy outright is a Chinese company, NEO, because electronic vehicles are going to be the wave.
Yo, don't sleep on NEO. Matter of fact, speaking about, we'll end off on this. What kind of investor are you? And once again, because I can't remember, we said that we ain't no financial men. We ain't telling you to do nothing. This is personal experiences. We're
informational entertainment. You got to say that.
Barbershop talking. We ain't trying to hear nothing. I don't need no SEC coming up to me. I'm going to be like, do you see me purporting myself to be a financial man in this video, sir? And he going to say no. And then I'm going to say, please back up a taste and let me live.
Well, let me give my statement. Blerdish LLC is not an investment firm. This is for educational and entertainment purposes. Go away, SEC. Only. Do your own research. Do
your own research.
But far as my style, like I say, at the end of the day, when I got more into it and when I got more into investing this year, of course, the reason why a lot of this happened because of the pandemic. Believe it or not, this may not happen if COVID does not happen.
True.
So many scenarios happen to force this. People available, stimulus. You got, like I said, rich people got their whole army of soldiers on one side and they battle the other side, and some of us gonna win, some of us lost. For
Some
me,
gonna lose.
when basically, as they say, as you're depending on your age, you should know your risk, base your risk tolerance on that because of how many years you might have left to work. So I turned 40 this year. So realistically, I need to be like maybe 60% stocks, 40% bonds and savings. I'm gonna just tell you now, bonds and that stuff been trash and real estate. So it just really buy good companies. Buy good companies that screwing up, that pay dividends. Then maybe take some risk like I'm taking with Neo because it's the wave. It will happen. These are gonna happen. So I do something like you mentioned M1. M1 is really built for long-term investing for you to hold. So really you need to ask yourself, do I want to learn options? Do I want to do the fast and loose? Do I want to be a day trader? If the answer is no, know what your risk tolerance is. Invest according to your age because you only have so many years to pass this stuff down. Don't get crazy. Don't get greedy.
Good point.
If you can learn to play the game, play it, but play with only what you can be willing to lose. But and know the difference between the word trading and the word investing. Investing naturally means you are holding good companies over a longer period of time. And realistically, if you're an adult and you cannot be blowing this money, invest. You should invest. But don't listen to just Wall Street bets. Listen, read, look at different things. They got plenty of people on YouTube. Learn to do some of it, and some of it you don't even have. It's basically if you hold a good company over time that's worth a damn, you will win. Over time, it will work out, and that's just it's really simple. It's really that simple.
I think Warren Buffett probably gave some of the best information when he was talking way back in like the 90s. I remember he did a talk and he said that he treated the stock market like his savings account. And honestly, he was like, I don't do anything special. I don't do any, you don't see me like doing all this. Like I'm not, on the floor, day trading and stuff. He was like, but I buy and I hold and you know what I'm saying? He was like,
buy and
I
hold.
Just wait. You know what I'm saying? You got to be patient. I'd say even if you're 20, learn patience.
In fact,
don't let that money burn a hole in your pocket. That's an old phrase that I'm gonna pass off to the youngsters. Don't let that money burn a hole in your pocket.
If you are 18 and 20, guess what, folks? The most important value of money is time. If you got 20, 30 years just to do something safe, you will you will win so much more with these people who are playing this fast and loose life. You may not be rich, but you might be that's up. You could just buy that and you will win from like an average of 10 to 20% a year. So if you got time, take your time.
Yeah, I'm like this. I'm gonna tell y'all for real. Y'all always have time. You have way more time than you think you do. The world that we're in tells you like, yo, if you don't make it by the time you're 20, you're done. If you don't make it by your 30, you're done. If you don't make it by the time you're 40, you're done. They keep telling you like all these months, and you still living. You're not done yet.
And none of that applies to us because look at all what we come through as a people. Look, I read Motley Fool every single day. You know what's funny? They'll be like, well, you need to buy this stock. Then they'll come back and write an article about 3 reasons why you should why this stock isn't good. Buy this stock. So
I was like, trust your own research. Invest in what you know, and be patient. You know what I'm saying?
If you're a gamer and you hate GameStop, do not believe these people talking about gamers are trying to save GameStop. Since we got to bring the nerdy into it, don't believe that them folks try to say, well, gamers saved it and they love the memory of going into GameStop and all that. Like, okay, how many of y'all, like, one of the most important things I learned from getting back an investment, can a company? It's called a moat. Like Apple has kind of a moat around it. Like how many people can do what Apple do? What you like? How many places can you get video games? Walmart, Target, Amazon. You can get it
Steam,
from eBay. You can buy it from the companies from the video game companies themselves, like from PlayStation.
I mean, if you want to go further, if you want to go into older stuff, you got stuff like St. Charles you can buy stuff from, or pawn shops. You know what I'm saying?
So we named about 10, 15 places other than GameStop you can get games. That's why all that alone is why it's not good. It's BS. Like old boy on Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street say it's for Fugazi.
Jenna James said, "Ain't nobody love GameStop. We just try to make a quick lick simple."
we know that, Jenna. We know that.
Like we know. We
know
about
the media trying to spread them lies.
Because they try to make it like, oh, gamers just love GameStop. Gamers hate GameStop. All right.
And you did a whole piece on it, Mike.
GameStop ever since you took a whole system and like 10 games, and they're like, word. They looked at everything you got. You got like 4 controllers and stuff. They're like, all right, I'm gonna give you $45. You're like, what? You're like, for all this?
Look, it's just like a used car. Like you can buy NBA 2K, walk out the door. I'm gonna trade it right back in. That'll be $5. I just bought it for $60.
That'll be $8. Yo, man, don't look. I'm just saying, don't believe the hype when they be like, man, they just gamers just want to save GameStop. No,
listen to Jenna James. Make that quick lick. Sometimes play. Yep. Sometimes you might want to play with a little bit. Make a quick lick. Get out. And us as people are people. Listen to my voice. Look at Mike. Our people. Do not listen to Ja Rule telling you to hold the line when this man
already rich.
He's rich.
He can afford to hold the line.
To win the game somehow for being a scammer.
Do you know how many white people he got to pay to go to an island with nothing on it? All right.
Or maybe we do need to listen to Ja Rule. Maybe we do need to listen to Ja Rule because he knows something we don't know.
Tyler Bennett said, "Because we care." See, Tyler sent me this message on Patreon, yo. Shout to the Patreon supporters and everything. Yo, sent me this video of the dude to be crying. What was it, Leon or whatever the dude's name is, Lee something. Anyway, sent me the video of the dude, and he was like, "Cause I care." He did like this. He did this like pensive pause. He was like, "Why do I do this? Cause I care." Like, stop.
It's man. They even pulled out Leroy Jenkins out the gutter with this. They went deep into your psychology. They try to rip gamer market and be like they saved something. Now they're trying to get the movie. Your favorite people, the AMC lovers.
Oh boy!
They saved the movie industry. I saw one of those articles.
No. Down with AMC. Down.
It's never coming back the way you
down
think it's
with
going.
AMC. And best believe if Percy Miller come through with the Reeboks, they're gonna be wearing Reeboks.
I've been on social media.
I'm gonna have the classics again. Be watching the classics again. They're gonna bring back the Iversons. Shout to VA. You know what I'm saying? They're going to bring those back.
Or advertising the classics more and more on social media ever since he got announced that he was going to look for it.
Look, I'm gonna give me a pair of classes, maybe 2 pairs of questions. I'm going to be good. You know what I'm saying?
I had some old questions. I wanted the Iverson questions, but I had the original questions.
Oh,
Look, those are the everyday shoes. And everybody had the black and white. The original classic Reeboks before it got to the leather, the nylon. I had those several times. Look, you used to buy those for $20 at Academy. Them things now are $70.
Oh man. Tyler Bennett said, when Dorsey gonna cut Jay-Z the check? Yo, what happened with Title? What y'all talking about in the chat? Anyway, Lollapapa, the latest news was that Baron Davis and Master P were making an offer to the parent company of Reebok to buy Reebok.
And I'll say
that's the last
this.
thing I heard about it. That was an article in late December, right?
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to be the main. They're not going to be probably the. I don't think they're going to own it outright because Adidas is selling it because they're the parent company. So they're getting rid of it because they didn't know what to really do with Reebok.
Nope.
And they were making enough money on the Adidas side. So they really kind of only bought Reebok to get rid of it, to destroy it. So they like when they bought Reebok, they made it a workout shoe.
Yo, Tyler Bennett said Master P said he was making an electric car too. I knew he was losing his mind. Yo, look, no, don't sleep. Yo, he got with a dude that used to be with Tesla. Yo, we got to support our brother out there making electric cars. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have
shout to Master P. You're gonna have the the no limit mobile. I don't know what he's gonna make. I'm
gonna have to try the rap noodles before I worry about the electric car he got.
Get the rap snacks. But anyway, guys, with that said, shout out to everybody in the chat. Jenna James, Tyler Bennett, who else came through? Thomas D, Lala Papa, Deliberator, Dorsey, Deep House Nation. Love to all y'all guys. Keith, where can they find you?
What up, y'all? Again, thank y'all for listening to this madness. I'm glad that we can put a chapter on this. Again, do not fall for the Wall Street bet okie doke.
No.
And laugh at the crybabies on CNBC talk about this is attack on rich people because they lost their damn.
Stop it. Attack on rich people. Attack on rich man. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. It's how soft can you be when you crying and you going home to like a 6-7 bedroom house? Anything, you ain't got no bill collectors calling. Credit is cool, cash on deck, all kinds of assets, and you still coming here to cry.
And here's the thing,
man, you soft.
And I'm gonna say this:
soft. You ain't never spent no food stamps, and I'm not talking about the card where it's all easy now. No, I'm talking about that monopoly money. You ain't never spent no food stamps. You ever had powdered milk, my bro? You ever ate Spam? Huh?
But it's funny though. Those are the people.
You soft. You ain't built for this. Get off the TV.
Who attack rich black people and be like, well, they could just take all this racism because they're rich. But when their money get a little tight, just a smidge, it's an attack on rich people.
It's an attack on rich people.
Save the children for the children.
Man, stop it.
But you can find me at www.blerd-ish.com. That's www.blerdish.com. We do podcasts, reviews, selling t-shirts, nerdy stuff, all those things. And we work for hours, so we appreciate anything you want to donate, drop in the virtual bucket. Hey, and I ain't gonna sell you no scams. I'm not Ja Rule out here. So check for us. We sell a lot of black comics for real businesses out here on Main Street. Mm-hmm. Like I say, I pop up. I really am with the table. You see me selling all these wonderful good black goods out here.
You sure you don't see somebody else? You know what I'm saying?
You don't see a clone. You don't see Ja Rule. You don't see
Ja.
You don't see the Asian dude with the diamond hands.
Oh man. Ja Rule. What man? That man really, he had it all. Had it all, boy.
He still got it. He got his freedom.
He got his freedom because the other dude went to jail. He ain't go to jail, so he good. He out here on CNBC telling you to hold the line.
How about hold the line?
What you think this is, Braveheart? Man, get out of here.
I saw a meme saying, what black person actually say hold the line?
Hold the line.
This ain't
even our statement.
It ain't like they getting hit with they ain't like they getting pepper sprayed. It ain't like they getting shot with rubber bullets.
Said hold the line for
they not out
stocks.
There
Meanwhile, we ain't see no Ja Rule appearance during all of last summer when we could have used him.
Ja Rule was
last summer. Remember when things actually mattered? There were stakes. And you here for GameStop, man? For GameStop?
Where was he? Nowhere.
Ja Rule is full of it.
That dude popped up like and had a smirk. And he almost smirked through the whole. Like he almost bust out laughing when he said, "Hold
Dude
the line."
couldn't take it, man. Like, look, like, yo, man. Look. And Lala Papa said Ja Rule was quiet for the entire 2020. Thank you, man.
He was.
Ja Rule, get out of here. Anyway, guys, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Hit that thumbs up, please, for your boy, or hit that thumbs down. When you hit that thumbs down, I'm going to send Irv Gotti after you. You know what I'm saying? And you know he don't play because he mean. Irv Gotti just look mean. But anyway, Bottom line is you ain't going to like it. Yo, share this. For real. Oh, matter of fact, look, you don't even have to share this. Share my favorite video of yours. I mean, your favorite video of mine. You know what I'm saying? Whatever video I made and it's your favorite one, go share that. Go take it and be like, hey, mama, check this video. Hey, my brother, check out this video. I need y'all to be out on the streets with full koofies on, handing out my videos, all right? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Help me out because I love my Patreon family, my Cash App folks, my Super Chat folks, but if y'all ain't got a penny, you can share, you can like, you can comment. You know what I'm saying?
Free 99 to share.
Help a brother out. It's free to share. I mean, unless you got carpal tunnel or something, come on, what we doing here?
Anyway. You got paper hands. You can share with paper hands.
This is Lollapapa say use Streamlabs. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. There's people, ain't nobody trying to hear some use Streamlabs. Lollapapa, I'm gonna call you on this right now. There's many people that ain't using Streamlabs, and folks hit like, folks share it, folks donate. Ain't nobody trying. Streamlabs is not the reason, all right? If you ain't sharing, it's because you ain't sharing. If you ain't liking, it's because you ain't liking. If you ain't commenting, it's because you ain't commenting. It ain't Streamlabs, all right? Because everybody who has Streamlabs don't have this crazy astronomical engagement. So Streamlabs ain't the key, bro. Come on now. Come on. Stop it. Stop.
All I know is
and don't be coming at me with the Venmo. You know what I'm saying?
Venmo.
Come on, man.
Hey, look, bro, I got coffee. I don't even have a Patreon. I got a coffee.
Bruh, my dude. There's way too many options. There's way too many options out there.
You can donate through PayPal. It's all about how you want to spend that change.
Yeah, come on, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that mess. But with that said, podcast if you want to listen. You know what I'm saying? And Spotify for that music. Don't sleep because we're going to drop some Arcatron on you. That's ARCKATRON.com. He got them beats. Don't sleep. So from us, you were just saying, peace. We out of here. You know what I'm saying? And
stay away from Wall Street bets.
Sleep. Don't sleep. And stay away from Wall Street bets. Reddit is one of the most vile and racist places. And they talk about going there. If you black, don't go on Reddit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be racist. All right? Unless you one of them black people that like don't mind racism or something, and then I mean, I guess go for it. But anyway, we out. Peace. Oh, man.